possibility in the era of DES, launch of the Crusade. The guide wire access to the side branch is supported through stent strut. Low-profile flexible tip and pliable, strong proximal shaft enables excellent maneuverability. Double-layered guide wire lumen enables significantly enhanced guide wire maneuverability. Insert a guide wire for the side branch into the over-the-wire lumen and advance it without protruding the tip from the side hole. Then, advance the Crusade catheter along the guide wire that is already passing through the stent. Advance the Crusade catheter tip well past the bifurcation. Protrude the side branch guide wire tip from the side hole at the distal end of the over-the-wire lumen, which reliably enables the advancement of the side branch guide wire tip distally into the side branch. Leave both guide wires in their present position and pull back the Crusade catheter towards proximal side sufficiently. Orient the tip of the side branch guide wire to the direction of the side branch and continue to pull it out slowly. Shaping the guide wire tip beforehand, as shown in the illustration, facilitates the guide wire access into the distal branch. After capturing the side branch, advance the guide wire distally into the side branch. The most appropriate stent strut for crossing the guide wire is the center of the side branch for closed cell stents, and the most distal part of the carina for open cell stents.
Ceiling is there. Yes, the ceiling of the ostium was covered, and distally a little bit protruded, but it's okay. So in case of LMT, from the top, if the plug is coming out, it not lead to the immediate the restenosis. In this kind of the geometric condition. On the right-hand side, the RCA, it leads to the restenosis. So the ceiling and the upper portion, the to be covered. So from now on, I'm going to do the kissing technique. LAD guide wire will be in LAD and the CX be selected. At that time, Crusader be used. A bifurcation region from the main trunk to side branch. When you target that, I always use Crusade. The hemodynamics is not very much a concern, but the guide wire passage to capture the side branch, that is the most important, crucial issue for me. So I always use a Crusade for that purpose. Under the angiogram, wire seems to be in the good position, but under IVUS, sometimes the wire position is not correct. So the Crusade, if you use Crusade, it's better? Is that a good technology? Yeah, you can try many times, and that's the good point. The ostium LM, the stent is a little bit lifted or floating. So from outside to inside, the guide wires sometimes go in. From distal, you pull back and dropped there and then push. So you can secure the position. Good position. The distal, the part was well engaged. So if you fail this and when you try again, without the Crusade, you have to come back proximally. But with the Crusade, for sure, you can go from LM to LA, positioning the guide wire successfully, and then you can try again. You a little bit pull back and then try again. And that's possible. That's a good point. Sometimes crash stenting, the live demonstration, if you observe it, sometimes we observe the unsuccessful cases, but retry is quite cumbersome and difficult, so they don't do retry. But if you have a Crusade, it's okay. You can do it. So the wire run through is used. If the run through failed, then what is the next choice? If the run through cannot go in, I'm not sure the hydrophilic one is good or not, but the second stent, you go into the second stent, and the hydrophilic one is not necessary in this case, but if you have two stents already placed and the mini crushing, modified T stenting, at that time, you have to go in the guide wire. At that time, the slippage in between the strand becomes to be the problem. So hydrophilic one is sometimes used. So recently, extreme is my choice.
6番の狭窄のところからはダイアゴナル。
And segment 6 LAD has the bifurcation to diagonal.
13番トータルで一応ちっちゃな。
And segment 13 has CTO. There's a small collateral vessel. Number segment 6 stenosis.
I have, it's Murphy here. I have a question for Dr. Mathek. In the animal studies that were done,
This is what the agency has also asked the company whether there was any problem of toxicity, but it's not possible. There's no. I mean that's what I was told. There is.
水回りか。あそこが悪い。
ちょっと飛びましたか。
水回りが起こってるから、もともと
there's some clogging. There was stenosis, and then
それも悪いことを知っているかもしれません。相当奥に入ってますよね。
it is placed rather engaged deeply.
まあ例によって堅くなに
So I am
クルセイドを使ってます。
being persistent. I still use Crusade.
あれをクラニアルっていうのはあんまり良くないんですけど、
This aerial cranial view is not good enough.
クラニアルの方がいいですね。でちょっともう
Please switch it to the LAO cranial.
テスト
三つですね。
Dr. Mitsudo,
金谷ですけど。
Kanaya here.
LED のあそこプーリング機がステイン
Isn't
なんです
there
けど。
pooling at LED?
どうも最
The
初のファースト
stagnation of the dye. Maybe at the first inflation there was some flat looking
なんかあっこにブランチ
dissect pooling of the dye could happen there. So I'll be careful when I bring stent over there or beyond.
Okay. はいどうぞ出してはい15
Yes.
After having pulled the Crusade catheter into the inside of the guiding catheter, with 2 guide wires left in the same positions, insert a balloon of diameter 2 millimeters or greater, such as a stent balloon directory into the guiding catheter without using a guide wire. Inflate it at approximately 10 atmospheres and fix the 2 guide wires. Remove the Crusade catheter from there. Do not forget to remove any air trapped in the guiding catheter after pulling out the catheter to deflate the balloon. This is the safest and most reliable method.
Is this the right one?
2.5 使おうか。ちょっとなんとなく。
Maybe
これ
we
ACT は
should
どうです
use
か？
2.5.
大丈夫。
What about ACT? Is it all
硬い
right?
んですけど、2.5使おう。
I feel it rather rigid. Maybe 2.5, please.
不要ですか。まあレトロからでエピカルドから
So with the retrograde and from the
ワイヤ
epicardial,
ーは
Epicardium,
無駄になってるはいません
I
けども、
have
逆にものすごく役に立ってると思うんですね。その
here, but guide wire has been quite useful
ガイドワイヤーを進める上で
because
ランドマークになりましたし、
I can use it as a landmark for wire advancement, and also once the guide wire goes into the PD, I could use it as a landmark as well. And then when I am trying to aim at the RV branch, because of this presence of the wire, I am able to go in there. So this wire placement has been quite useful.
これ確かに。はい、8までいってください。
Up to 8.
はい。もう一回ね、
Now
2で
with 2 or 2.5
2.5ですね。
deflate.
With the guide wire on the monorail side in a fixed position, withdraw the catheter, pressing the over-the-wire lumen guide wire by the Nanto method. It's safer to press the guide wire by using an inflation device. Open the O-ring of the Y connector to prevent air leaking. This is a reliable and safe method.
Driver's tent is in the true lumen of the cipher, or it
Confirm that the monorail guide wire is in place and that the Crusade catheter has been withdrawn manually to the end of the over-the-wire guide wire. Aeration of an inflation device to be made and to be connected with the Crusade catheter. Put pressure on the wire lumen of the Crusade catheter by an inflator. The guide wire is pressed by the inflation device. As a reaction, the Crusade catheter comes out from the guiding catheter. Monorail guide wire is to be fixed and over-the-wire guide wire is to be extended by the extension wire and to be fixed. Then, the Crusade catheter is to be withdrawn. This procedure requires rather complex manipulation.